Now let us start with the Visual Studio Code. When you are opening the Visual Studio Code, you can see the window like this. This bit advanced, but no need to worry. We don't have to go through all of them, but we just straight away start to do some programming. Then by time being, we will get to know. But I will give you a small introduction about what exactly it is. This is the Visual Studio environment. And in this one, you can see the file. In the file you can have the new text file or new file, almost like a Word file or the Excel file which you are using, and you can even save functions, etc. The edit function like a undo, redo, paste, and the selection like a copy line up or the duplicate line, add cursor above, and the view, the command palette or the explorer, search, run options, and the go definition, go declaration, etc. Run function, you can, once you develop the function, you can start to, this is usually used for the more debugging, the breakpoints, new breakpoint stuffs, and to start the debugging. And the new terminal, that's like a new terminal is like the place where we are seeing the output of our Python code. When we type something 1 plus 2, then we have to see, we run the code, and then we have to see the output 3. That's the place called the terminal. So you can see the terminal. So you just leave the, what is the line you can see over here. So you can, in your computer, you will get some other different thing. So when you open the terminal, you can set it up the command prompt of the PowerShell what we were discussing. So either you can use it as a command prompt. So the difference between, you can use as a command prompt or the PowerShell. So again, I go to the terminal, I delete it, and I go to the terminal and click the new terminal. Then you can select this a command prompt or the PowerShell. And if you're using the PowerShell, you can click over there, and command prompt, you can move on. You can use either of them, or you can use multiple, how many of them you want. So you can delete by clicking over here, or you can even split the window by using this. Move to the file, and all these file, edit, selection, view, go, run, terminal, helps, and everything, we are using most of them in through the mouse and throughout the code. So never mind about that. And see the terminal window, we got the problems, output, debug console, terminal, and the ports. We will discuss few of them in details, but keep in mind this is the place we are doing using the output of our go code and the debugging and sort of things. And again, if you come to the extension, here you can install your various Python files. For an example, you can install, type here, you can install Python, then click. So you can then go to, I already installed, that's why I can't see, but if you Python click, and you can click here for the install, then that will automatically plug in. Then, or you can click Jupyter Notebook. That's one of the interface Jupyter template or the Jupyter Notebook, that also you can install. Or if you come back, this is the file. The second one is called the run and the debug. Here you can run the code and see the debugging. And here, this is the place we are connected to the GitHub. And either you can click over here and download the GitHub, or we can use the one we were discussing in the previous class. If you don't follow that, it's fine. You can absolutely click over here and follow the instruction, but that all we'll discuss in detail later. Then here we can use search, replace, like how you are using in the PDF. And here is your the file, wherever, whichever the file you open, either in the Python or just notebook or read, or any file which you open, like a YAML or any other file, JSON or anything, you can plug into the folder. This is actually your folder structure. For an example, I will start the new file or the open file. Either I can go here and say new text file or new file, or I can open here. So I just open a new file. Then it's automatically pop in a window, and it will ask which file you need. keep in mind, either you can create a text file or for the instruction or some documentation if you want to type in, or you can even use the Python file. In the Python file you can use the simple Python file. The Jupyter notebook is like a section by section kernel, but I just want to use the Python file. That's like an industrial standard. I gone through the Python file for now. So then you can see the welcome window. There is a welcome window there. The file which I created is untitled one. So what you have to do, that we have to save the file. So Control S, then it will redirect to the page which where you want to. I put this one as new file. So I create a folder that called my Python basics. Then in that one, I will type my first code. Save. So you can see the extension of my file is .py. That's like can see that XLX for the Excel file, doc is for the Word file, the PPTX for the PPT file presentation. The same way, the Python file we are using the .py. So .py, and you can see the location where I save the file also. This is the way I can create. Anyway, I can create another file. In this one, it is just a Jupyter notebook. In the Jupyter notebook also, I save one file. So here I say my Jupyter Python file. This is just another example just to understand, but ignore this example just for to after this use. So my first code is like a code file. Then second one is the Jupyter file. Jupyter, like you can see that small pieces of code and you can run it over here. But my first code is like a type everything and run it over here. This is the way. Then the last one is there is a text file. You can do it. Not only that, you can type anything, then you will get some create new you can say in the file name or the file type or anything you can type in. So this is the text file. So then it will ask me select the language or fill with a template or open a different editor or the don't show. So I can just keep it that one for time being. So keep in mind, I can either do the Jupyter file and get the result or my first code. So we will dive that one in detail.